Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So I do want to make a quick video about these three topics that I do want to talk about. I was going to talk about it tomorrow, but I do want to talk about it today. And so we are going to talk about three different topics. And the first one is going to be about Philippe Coutinho. The second one is going to be about Ansu Fati. And the third one is going to be about the Timo Werner to Chelsea transfer. And I'm going to explain later on why I'm going to be talking about this transfer, even though I know that this has nothing to do with FC Barcelona. But we are first going to start with Philippe Coutinho. And so according to Fabrizio Romano, he stated that Coutinho was offered to Tottenham, but as of now, no official bids for him. And so one of my questions that I did have when I did read this is Barcelona offering these clubs as a sell or a loan? And will this be the type of game plan they are going to have with Philippe Coutinho? Because I have never heard of a club trying to offer one of their players to different clubs. Usually it's the other way around, where clubs do come back to the player. But for this situation, it seems like Barcelona do want to offer this player to teams in the EPL or maybe in teams in the French league. We never know, but Barcelona is offering this player to other clubs. And so there has been another report stating that Barcelona are in a rush to find a destination for this player. And so it's starting to look like everything is connecting. The whole Barcelona trying to rush the Coutinho transfer, and then this report coming from Fabrizio Romano really does have a strong connection. And so I think that this is all telling us that Barcelona is really eager to sell this player. And we do have another report named Sky Max from Twitter, and he said this: agreements has been reached with Bayern Munich to extend Coutinho's loan, which expires on June 30th. He will feature for Bayern in the Champions League in August. Then he will return to FC Barcelona. And so this is basically saying that Coutinho is going to stay at Bayern Munich until August. And I believe that the reason why Bayern Munich do want to keep Philippe Coutinho until August is to just have that extra coverage. They may not see Coutinho as like the top priority to start in the starting 11, but they do want to keep him just in case for that extra coverage if someone does get injured. And with this extended time for Philippe Coutinho to stay at Bayern Munich, I think that this actually helps FC Barcelona, so Barcelona can have a bigger time frame on what to do and strategize where Coutinho is going to go. And this is also telling us that if Coutinho did decide to extend his stay with Bayern Munich, this is also telling us that Coutinho does not want to go to FC Barcelona. Like, if Coutinho really wanted Barcelona, this extension would have never happened. So this is the case with Philippe Coutinho and FC Barcelona. Does this help FC Barcelona on what to do with this player? Yes, because it simply just does give him a bigger time frame. They can worry about Philippe Coutinho later in August. They don't have to worry about taking him in within these next 2 to 3 weeks. And so now we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen to Philippe Coutinho after the UCO is over with Bayern Munich. And so now I want to go to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Ansu Fati. And according to Gabriel Sanz, he stated that sources from Ansu Fati's entourage have told that neither Manchester United nor Barcelona itself have made contact over a switch involving Ansu Fati. Neither does the player know anything about this. Ansu Fati wants to stay and will not consider leaving. And so this is basically informing us that it is official that Ansu Fati will not leave FC Barcelona. I know that I have stated multiple times that Ansu Fati is not going to leave, but I do want to keep pulling up reports that Ansu Fati is not going to leave Barcelona. I want to keep making it official because I know that new people do come every day. And so everything indicates right now that Ansu Fati is going to sign that new contract that we have talked about earlier. And by the time we do hit August, we could potentially see Ansu Fati really pen that deal and stay with FC Barcelona for a very, very long time. And what a way to start the season for the 2020-2021 season, by having Fati renew his contract with FC Barcelona. So this is a very exciting time for Ansu Fati, for Barcelona, and the Barcelona fans. And I can't wait to see how all of this plays out by the time we do get into August. And so now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Timo Werner going to Chelsea. And so, like I said before, I'm going to explain why I want to bring this up, because I believe that seeing this Timo Werner to Chelsea transfer should really give Barcelona a lesson, or they should be looking at this as an example on how to do transfers. And I'm going to explain right now. So it is official. Chelsea have completed the signing of Leipzig striker Timo Werner for a fee believed to be in the region of 53 million euros or $59 million. And so simply right off the bat, we know that Chelsea have done good business with Leipzig and Timo Werner, because Timo Werner is a player who scored 32 goals and provided 12 assists with Leipzig. And so he has been fundamental for that team, and these are extraordinary stats. And for Chelsea to only pay 59 million euros for this player is great business on Chelsea's part. And I'm going to be very honest, there are many clubs out there in the world who are doing great business right now with other players. They're signing players for a quarter of what Lautaro Martinez does cost, which is 111 million. There's teams out there buying great players with great stats that cost around 25 to 55 million euros. And one of the greatest examples I do want to pull up besides Chelsea, right, is Bayern Munich. And according to Fabrizio Romano, he stated that Tanguy is going to sign with Bayern Munich as a free agent. Total agreement reached. The French center back has decided to leave PSG, and club directors are furious. And look, we talked about this transfer before, and the reason why I do want to bring it up again is because this is a perfect example on how clubs should be doing business with other players. This is something that Barcelona needs to be doing. For Bayern Munich to steal one of PSG's young star center backs as a free agent is great business also. And I do want to pull up another report from Sport Bild, and they have stated Kai Havertz's transfer to Bayern this summer is off the table. Bayern are focusing their efforts on Sané and have no intention to match Leverkusen's 100 million plus asking price. But if Bayern and Havertz are ready to talk about a move in 2021, Bayern would be back in the race. And so notice Bayern Munich's way of negotiating. They don't want to spend 100 million on a player like Kai Havertz. They know what they're doing. They know that they have other options out there in the transfer market, and they are being patient. Just because they believe that Kai Havertz is a great player with great quality doesn't mean that they have to pay the 100 million. Bayern Munich are willing to be patient, and that is something that Barcelona also needs to take note of. If we look at how much Sané cost, he cost 80 million euros, and recently Bayern have been looking at Serginho Dest, and this is a player where Dest is interested in either going to Bayern Munich or FC Barcelona. So as a FC Barcelona fan, as a FC Barcelona representative, you are going to have competition against Bayern Munich. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Bayern Munich have been doing great business deals out there in the transfer market, which means that once Bayern do get into negotiations with Dest, Bayern will be in a better financial standing to compete to bring Dest in and could potentially offer a better deal. So let's say Bayern does bring in Dest and they beat Barcelona in this competition to bring Dest in. And so let's do the math. Let's say that Dest costs 24 million euros plus the 80 million they're going to splash on Sané and plus that free agent center back. Bayern Munich this summer would spend 104 million euros in total, and they would bring a new right back, a new center back, and a new winger. And again, that is 104 million euros. Meanwhile, we have Barcelona trying to spend 111 million euros on one player, and that is Lautaro Martinez. And so that's the reason why I brought all of this up, because I do want to compare what Barcelona is doing to what Bayern and Chelsea are doing. Barcelona need to learn how to move on. They need to learn how to relocate and look at other players and find better deals and have better scouters overall, because right now Bayern are doing great business, Chelsea are doing great business. They're bringing in players for a quarter of what Martinez is costing. And so I'm not trying to make Martinez a bad guy. Lautaro Martinez is a great player with great quality. He could bring multiple great things to FC Barcelona, but in the other side, Barcelona should not be afraid to look elsewhere. If 111 million is too much for FC Barcelona, they believe that they're going to break the bank trying to bring one player in, then they really do need to re-strategize the way they look at players, and Barcelona must do better. Like for example, Haaland, he's cheaper. He's 80 to 85 million euros. Why doesn't Barcelona bring in a player like Haaland? He's simply cheaper by 30 to 40 million euros, and then potentially you can use that 30 to 40 for a right back or a center back or a midfielder, because right now what Barcelona is doing is putting themselves in a corner. And so again, that's the reason why I wanted to make this video. I'm not trying to hate on Lautaro Martinez. He does have potential to succeed at FC Barcelona, but again, I don't want Barcelona to spend 111 million euros in this summer, because if we do, there's a 99% chance that we are not going to sign anyone else in this summer. And if you guys are wondering what's going on with the Lautaro Martinez operation, we can see here according to Di Marzio, they have stated that Inter has been very uncompromising regarding Lautaro Martinez so far. The amount required, which is 111 million or 90 million plus player, still has not been transmitted by FC Barcelona. The situation is therefore blocked, and so that is where we're at right now. Barcelona is repackaging a deal. They are trying to find ways to bring in this player, but in the end, I believe that Barcelona are going to bring this player and they're going to spend either 90 million or 111 million euros. And either one of those prices is way too expensive for Barcelona right now, but that is where we're at today. And let's hope that this could be the last saga where we see Barcelona trying to complete a transfer where Barcelona literally have to put all of their eggs in one basket. Again, we have to do better as a club, and we hope that by the time we do get into the 2021 summer and the elections do happen, we re-strategize everything. We look at players different, we have better scouters, and overall, hopefully, Barcelona can become a better club again. Not just financially, but I want Barcelona to have a better image in the way they portray themselves out there into the football world, because right now, what Barcelona is trying to do is not good. And so that is it for today's Barcelona Daily News. That was my rant for today. I really wanted to make this video now and not wait until tomorrow, because we do have the post-match review video coming after the game between Sevilla and FC Barcelona. So let me know what you guys think about the whole Lautaro Martinez operation. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.